Hey hookers! Hannah and I wanted to give a quick trigger warning on today's episode. We are discussing the HBO Max show Euphoria, and with that comes some pretty heavy topics. We do touch on drug addiction, drug use in minors, sexual content, violence, domestic violence, body image issues, self-image issues, mental health, mental illness, etc., etc. So if you've seen the show, you know exactly what we're talking about. If you haven't seen the show, spoiler alerts, okay? Spoilers all over the place. But we hope you enjoy our episode. I know I'm not supposed to be here because I'm dressed like a
Hey hookers.
Welcome back to Stitch and Bitch. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Cassie.
And you're in Euphoria. Whenever I hear Euphoria, I always think of the Activia commercial. Activia.
See, and I think a lot of other people will agree with this. As a Game of Thrones fan who watched it as it was coming out, every time I saw the HBO Max go like dun dun, yeah. I always and Joseph.
Wait, that's Netflix.
You're right. You know what I mean? What's the H? Whoa, that's the HBO. That's the HBO one. So whoa, and then it's just in my head I always hear the dun 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 dun, but it's never gonna be that. It was always just jumping right into Euphoria.
Yeah. I did not watch Game of Thrones.
I know.
Wow, we're starting off with a confession already.
Yeah. I know a lot of people haven't. Which honestly, like after the last season.
Ooh. Point me in the direction. Because I felt like I was on a lonely island.
Don't watch it.
I'm not gonna.
If you caught me...
It's too late now. Nobody's even talking about it anymore.
No, because the ending.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a Game of Thrones episode, but...
But here we are.
But after the ending of Game of Thrones, I would not suggest it to anybody.
Yeah.
I
gathered that.
If you caught me in the middle of watching it, I'd be like, what are you doing? Why aren't you watching the show? It's so good.
Yeah.
Get on the train right now.
Yeah.
But that last season was butchered so badly.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that the people the directors who were doing it, butchered it so badly because they were trying to rush it to finish it because they wanted to get to the spin-off series. And they fucked it up so badly, they got taken off of it.
Wow.
That's the rumor I heard. Don't quote me. Wow. Google it yourself.
Don't quote us. Don't quote us on anything, really.
But yeah, that's what I heard. Wow. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised because it was dumpster fire bad.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I don't plan on watching it. I feel like the ship has sailed. The time has passed. Nobody would want to even talk about it with me and stuff. So, but we damn near missed the Euphoria
we
train.
Really did,
because we just finished Euphoria
at the same time
a week ago after everybody else watched it and where it was like long done with it.
Yeah.
And we both mentioned that we regret not watching it in real time with everybody and having that collective experience with everybody.
Yeah, because like
we're
on
back,
TikTok,
we're on track, and we're definitely gonna do that for season 3.
Yeah, TikTok, Twitter, like I saw a bunch of stuff. I didn't know what it meant, but I saw a bunch of it.
And they were spoilers.
Burpcast. Yeah, they were spoilers. Mm-hmm.
Your eyes are so blue right now. They're like crazy gray blue right now. It must be the tears.
It must. Because Cassie's a crier. Am I a crier? Only when I'm angry.
I don't know if I've ever seen you cry, to be honest.
I had it well. I'm a Virgo.
I cry all the time. So, okay. We're going to get into the astrology of it all towards the end of the episode. Because,
so don't jump away now.
We got some hot takes on Euphoria, not astrology related. We got our opinions. We got some fun facts. We got a bunch of stuff going on.
Yep.
But in terms of characters, should I save it for when we get to the
let's
astrology?
save it. Okay. Yeah, let's save it.
Never mind. In terms of characters, obviously I'm Maddie right now. She's Cassie.
Yeah, just because when we were getting dressed, it just sort of fell into that.
It kind of just happened. we in no way relate to the characters that we are currently playing.
No.
Although Maddie's a badass. I wouldn't mind.
So, where should we start? There's a lot to talk about.
Well, first we should start with our Crochet Projects.
Oh my god, you're right.
Hannah, what are you working on?
Right now, I am working on, it looks like a mess. I'm working on a pie pot holder. It's gonna look like a pie.
So cute.
Because it's cute. I don't know. It's got 2 different colored blueberries in it. I don't have a pattern because I looked at it. I looked at what it looked like, and I was like, I think I can figure it out because there's no free patterns for this. So I was like, I think I got it. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Nice.
What are you working on?
Nothing.
You have yarn though.
Yeah. I'm going to be working on a s'mores.
Oh my god, yes.
So to sit up on.
Oh my god, I love it.
On our throne.
We should get the bead eyes. The little
No.
bead. Not for him. The s'mores maybe.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's cute.
Also, I like your new eyes here.
Thank you.
He's fun. He's a little fun. He's giving me real monsters.
He's giving me Spencer. I think his name is Spencer from the Muppets. I'll post a picture. We'll post pictures. Tell us who wore it best. But honestly, he's freaking cursed now.
Yeah, he is a little cursed.
I keep thinking he's going to I'm going to wake up and he's going to be by my nightstand or on my nightstand just watching me as I sleep. He's cursed.
I kind of like him though. I also noticed you brought over this here's the Palo Santo. But
oh my god, yeah.
This cursed thing I made.
I love it though. Oh yeah, there's ashes from the Palo Santo, so be careful.
I made this when I was working with clay, and then I gave it to her because it looks so freaking cursed.
And I'm obsessed with it.
I think it's horrifying. But
I love how horrifying
but
it is.
if you move around the Palo Santo ashes, you can make them have a mustache. It's supposed to be a moon.
It's awesome. I love it.
I made it like a year ago.
We were supposed to Palo Santo the place.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Fresh energy.
Whatever. All right. You want to kick it off?
Sure. So I had opinions on characters, but I feel like we should save that for the end.
Okay.
I want to start with I don't know. I don't know where I want to start. Where do you want to start? I don't know. Right. I have a lot to say.
Sorry, guys. I keep pulling hair out of my face. All right. Okay.
You gotta go into sport mode.
I got slut strands right now. Okay. So I wrote down some of my favorite moments.
Okay, let's do that.
And we're just gonna kind of jump around topics. There's no order here, but I wrote down some of my favorite moments. They're not necessarily, good moments. Some of them are bad moments. It's not moments that I liked. Mm-hmm. In terms of they made me feel good, mm-hmm. but they were moments that stood out for me.
Okay.
One of them is Lexi's entire Our Life play.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
That was incredible.
First of all, sorry to interject.
No, please do. I have my arm weird because I'm trying not to hit my mic.
Just face me.
I just need to relax.
No high school theater department has that good of tech.
Yeah, the production quality on Our Life.
That's Broadway level production. Yeah. I've seen local shows that were off Broadway that did not have as much tech as hers did.
Absolutely.
It was amazing though.
It was incredible.
Honestly, and it wasn't even that insulting except to Cassie.
It was, as far as I'm concerned, it was all facts.
It was all facts. Everybody knew it. Even Rue, who got also exposed out there for her drug addiction, was loving it. She was so proud of Lexi.
Definitely. I was a little nervous because when it started, it looked like it was gonna flop.
Yeah.
And I was like, please don't have Lex. She's such a sweet character. Mm-hmm. She's done nothing wrong here. Please don't have her one thing just be a total flop. That would have sucked.
It would have.
But instead, it was incredible.
It was so good.
I was acting, as I was watching it, I was acting like her mom watching it, where she was just
her mom loved it.
Going crazy. She was screaming. She was going nuts watching it. That's me. I was screaming at the TV, laughing so hard. The musical number, obviously, to I Need a Hero with the guys in the locker room scene.
So
my God, perfection. It was so great. And I love that. I just love that they use the play as a moment to look back into both seasons.
Yeah.
And certain scenarios that Lexi wasn't even present for. Like the whole carnival scene where Maddie and Cassie are in the fun house looking in the mirrors and Cassie on the carousel.
Yeah.
Lexi wasn't there. I mean, I'm sure she heard about that.
She definitely heard about it.
But, like, she wasn't there.
That was so embarrassing.
That was so crazy.
When I saw that carousel scene, I wanted to, like, hide in a cave.
Yeah.
I didn't want to witness it. I was like, this is so fucking embarrassing.
It was so... Oh my God.
I was cringing so hard.
It was cringe city.
Yeah.
It was cringe city for sure. I feel like I have a hair on
and
my
it
face.
felt
Sorry, guys.
so I kind of like okay.
I think I got it. It was just a hair. I'm not picking my nose. I feel like I got hairs all over because of these strands, but anyways, that's just me. Something about me. Anyways, keep going.
I feel like from season 1 to season 2, I think Maddie had an evolution.
Yeah.
And Cassie she devolved. Is it a devolution?
A divulsion?
A
delusion.
She's definitely delusional.
She's absolutely delusional.
But yeah, like at the first season, we like loved Cassie. I was like, oh, she seems like chill. She doesn't, except for like
her.
Well, not loved her.
I never loved her.
I don't think. Yeah, but I mean, like she seemed sweet. We were like, oh, she seems like innocent, whatever. Yeah. And then season 2, I was like, she is like partially the villain.
She's the villain here.
Yeah,
she is the villain.
And if
here.
that makes me a villain, then so be it.
Her running out of the play, going into the bathroom, watching herself cry in the mirror, and then starts fixing her hair and smiling. I was like, ooh.
That's a movie reference that I want to get into later.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, yes. I found a bunch of movie references.
Oh, I can't wait to get into this. All right, let me go through my shit really quick. Yeah. That's not important. Let's get into that, because that's exciting. Okay, so all of our life play.
Yeah.
It needs to be a real thing.
Yeah.
I will buy tickets. I want to see it. Kat's, okay. The scene in season 2 where Kat is starting to struggle with like her self-image, and that scene where she's like having an inner monologue, but like, or inner thoughts, but outside of herself, and all of these beautiful women.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know who they are. I assume they're influencers and models and stuff like that.
Are they real?
I don't know. Not to me. I don't know.
Not to me.
Not to me. But they all started showing up and just spewing like that self-love shit that gets shoved in our faces, especially as women, and her just freaking out like, shut up and like stop it, and they're screaming, and then there's a scene where there's so many of them and she gets up and she's trying to like get them out of her head, and they're screaming, love yourself, and they're screaming it violently at her, and it was such a like real scene of like what we've all been through with self-image and just trying to love yourself, and the only thing out there is like,
just love yourself.
Go queen, drink more water and like take a walk, love yourself. And it's like, that's not,
take a hot girl walk. Take a hot, you've heard of that, right?
Yeah. Take a hot girl walk.
Sorry, a hot girl walk sounds so boring. Anyways.
Yeah, definitely. Also, taking a walk by yourself with noise canceling headphones on. No,
not safe.
You.
Not safe, ladies.
Thank you. Ladies, don't do that, okay? Unless you have like pepper spray in your hand, ready to go.
Yeah.
I digress. That scene just like, that was one of my most favorite scenes in either season, just because of how they depict like what that feels like. Yeah. And how the world will just scream at you to love yourself. You want to literally punch every single, and the fact that all of these women that were telling her that were literally by the society's beauty standards perfect. And they were telling her like, oh, I hate myself too sometimes. I like hate my thighs. And she's like, what thighs? Like you literally don't even have thighs.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a real
was
a real thing too, because you have all of these, like I said, models, influencers, celebrities, people who literally have all the money in the world to make them look however they want to look, telling just the normal woman to
love herself,
and it's like,
just do it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
What, like it's hard? I'm definitely hitting my mic. Excuse me while I fix my mic.
Yeah, I agree. That was a good scene.
I loved that scene. I loved it so much.
Also, Kat with her, like, fantasies were so funny when she had the Game of Thrones people come in and, like...
Yeah, that was a really good scene.
That was so funny.
That was so good.
I'm trying to think of, like, my favorite moments, but... Oh, when Fez hit Nate over the head with a bottle. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite.
Mm-hmm. I have a hot take on Nate.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So I in no way condone any of Nate's actions. He is the villain of the series and he is a complete asshole. However,
I'm listening.
I'm listening. What got me, obviously, one thing I love so much about this show is that you continue to learn more about each character's background.
Yeah.
And each character, I mean, their history is more messed up than the next characters. Like, it just keeps going. You understand why they've gotten to this point to an extent. They all have really messed up backgrounds. But what really got me with Nate was in the episode where his dad left. His mom is really happy. He's really happy. They're in the kitchen. They're having a conversation.
Yeah.
And his mom starts to reflect on how there was a certain point in his childhood when he was really young where, like, a switch just flipped. He was, like, the nicest, sweetest, kindest little boy, did no wrong, like, was just a nice, innocent boy. And then one day there was, like, a switch flip. And obviously we all know why. Because he discovered his dad's videos. But his mom didn't know that. And ever since that day, he just turned cold and quiet and evil. And it made my heart break because I was like, oh my God, like, it made me feel empathy for him. And it made me feel like, do I condone any of his actions? No. And especially that scene with him and Maddie in her room, which I'm also going to get into.
Oh my God.
That was a hard scene to watch.
Woo!
That was a really hard scene to watch. But like, I just, and there's glimpses of him, like, regretting his actions, like, having a little bit of remorse. Not much, but just
definitely
a little bit.
Much.
And it makes me feel like, oh my God, like, honestly, this whole show is mostly, like...
They're all kids.
They're all kids, and it's mostly about how their parents are fucked up.
Well, I mean, you know.
But that's my hot take on Nate. Do I think he's an asshole? Absolutely.
I think he needs, like, extensive amounts of therapy.
He needed extensive amounts of therapy when he was 6.
Yeah.
Now he needs, like...
jail time?
He needs jail time. Yeah. And therapy while in jail.
So then he can rehabilitate.
Yeah.
He needs a rehab, honestly. He needs anger management rehab.
Yeah.
Actually, going into that with a hot take, speaking of rehab... I saw a lot of people on Twitter really hating Rue. Like, hating her.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel that way. Do you feel that way?
No.
Okay.
Saying she's a bad person.
She's a kid and a drug addict.
Exactly. And, like, it just, like, I don't know. It goes into, like, a heavier topic of, like, drug addiction's a disease.
Absolutely.
And, like, someone's not a bad person because they're an addict. And they do bad things, sure, but they're, like, they need help. And so when people were saying that on Twitter, I was like, what the? No. She's lost.
And a child.
And a child.
I
think she has,
that
like,
a million
huge
times
heart.
About, like, every single character on this show.
Yeah.
They are playing children.
They're literally children.
You can't, you really, they're children.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, she's a drug addict. Like, no, I don't think she's a bad person at all.
No, I don't either. So I'm glad that wasn't a hot take, but.
Especially how she got into it. By the way, just as a note, we definitely need to put a trigger warning at the top of this.
Oh, yeah,
we didn't
absolutely.
Say it, but, like, we'll have to put it at the top. But, yeah, especially how she, like, got into drugs. Her father was dying, and, you know, no, she is absolutely not a bad person. She makes very bad choices.
Oh, my God.
Very bad choices.
Definitely.
But no, I think Cassie is more of a bad person.
She's all bad, and so is
Rue
Nate.
is. Yes, and Nate is a bad person.
Yeah.
And Cassie went through some shit too as a child and everything.
She did.
I'm not taking away from her as well.
It's the victim complex that she has. Yeah. It's like, you're not a victim.
You're not a victim when you sleep with your best friend's ex-boyfriend.
Oh my God, there's a line that Nate had that was really good.
What?
At Cassie, where she was like, oh, but you guys were broken up, and he goes, what did he say? He said, that's a comfort only to you.
Yes. Yes.
And I was like, whoo!
That was factual.
It was factual.
I know, but okay, but that scene when they're fighting, and then Cass just goes, okay, and walks away. I did love that.
Yeah.
I did love that. The amount of times somebody's screaming, you're just like, okay. And you literally leave the room. That was good.
It was good.
That was good.
It was. I also really loved. So when he was like, Maddie is crazier than you, and she was like, you don't know me. Like, that felt so fake. I think Maddie is more in control than she is. I think there are two different kinds of crazy, but I think I like Maddie's crazy better.
I think crazy is a strong term for both of them.
Yeah.
I think that they're both very much emotionally driven.
Yes.
And I think that Maddie is more anger driven.
Yes.
And Cass is more sad driven.
Yeah.
Sadness driven. I didn't know how to.
I didn't know either. Yeah, I would say emotionally, but that anger is an emotion as well.
Sadness driven. Sure. That's what we're going with right now. And so it's just two different kinds, but I would hesitate to call either of them crazy.
Well, he did because he's a guy.
And of course.
He's gaslighting both of them. But what was I gonna say?
I do love. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
I was gonna say I love when Cassie's having a full-on freak out on the stage, and Maddie's like, oh, this bitch needs to be sedated or something like that. She needs to be
put down.
Put down. Yeah. And then she chases her into the hallway and just yeets her into the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
That was great. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I will say this is a scene that I think was truly telling the difference between Maddie and Cassie while we're on Maddie and Cassie.
Yeah.
When Rue calls Cassie out for sleeping with Nate.
Yep.
And Maddie loses her mind. Like, she is flipping out, ready to beat the shit out of Cassie, right?
Yeah.
And Cassie goes upstairs and she goes into her room and she goes into her bathroom and she locks herself in the bathroom and Maddie's at the door. You fully expected, just knowing Maddie's character, knowing that she is very much anger driven and will do crazy things when she's angry, fully expected her to like break down the door, to like scream profanities at her, and she wasn't doing any of that. She was crying at the door saying, "You're my best friend. Like, how could you throw away our friendship?" She wasn't even saying she wasn't even saying, "How could you do this to me?" She was trying to get her to open the door, and she was like, "Are you really gonna throw away our friendship like this?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think Maddie was at the point of willing to throw away their friendship.
I don't think so either.
I think Maddie was at a place, maybe not in that moment, but I don't think she was in a this is unforgivable place. But because of Cassie's reaction and because Cassie was already like, no, Nate and I are in love and this is what's happening, I'm the victim. She completely, that door didn't even exist for Cassie.
I even think.
And it existed for Maddie. Like, Maddie she didn't even mention Nate at all. She wasn't even like, I can't believe you had sex with my boyfriend. Nothing like that. She literally was like, you're my best friend. Like, how, like, what is going on? Like, how could this be happening? And that, to me, told me a lot about Maddie.
Yeah, and she's very mature for a person.
And she cared more about her and Cassie's friendship than she did about her and Nate's relationship. Which I feel like in season 1, it seemed like Maddie was all about Nate and that was it. Yeah. And so...
It really did.
Yeah. And I think that goes along with what you said, that, like, Maddie had a definite character growth. and Cassie, you just saw her true colors come through.
But it really was all about Nate, though. Because when Maddie was giving up Nate, she became a healthier person.
Yeah.
And when Cassie was starting to date Nate, she became like a complete psycho.
Yeah.
Like sociopath, honestly. So
I would argue that it was always in Cass, though.
Oh, for
I'll
sure.
believe it for Maddie. I will believe that Maddie was, she was definitely affected by Nate.
Yeah.
Cass, I think that person was in her the whole time.
Oh, for sure. I agree with that.
Yeah.
What was I going to say next? I forgot. Anyways, sorry, continue. What else do you have?
I have some themes.
Okay.
Well, one theme.
What's the theme?
A theme of hidden cameras.
Okay.
And filming in general. The whole series, episode 1, season 1, starts out with Cass.
Yep.
And how there's photos and videos, inappropriate photos and videos of her that have pretty much circulated all around the school.
Right.
By Nate, might I add. He was
is-
the one who was talking the most about Cass and her alleged videos and photos and all that, and
he really
showing
was.
other people and making fun of her then boyfriend McKay for dating her, all of those things. But then there's also some other hidden camera. Oh yeah, and then obviously Nate's dad, I don't recall his name, I forget his name. Cal. And his whole fetish with secretly recording his excursions. I don't know what you would call them.
Excursion.
That wasn't the right word, but I feel we're talking about a lot of heavy things, and I feel I'm like,
Yeah.
Anyways, ooh, sorry, I touched the mic. But then there were some hidden cameras in season 2.
Yeah.
One of them being Samantha, who is Maddie's boss, the girl that she babysits for.
Yeah.
You see Maddie trying on her clothes in her closet, and then she gets text messages from her that are like, coming home soon, and she hurries up and puts everything back and stuff. Well, at the, towards the end of season 2, it might have even been the last episode, she gifts Maddie the dress that she would constantly put on, that purple dress.
Yep.
And there is a scene where the last scene where she's trying on clothes in her closet, she texts her, hey, be home in 15 minutes. And so she's quickly changing, and the camera pans to the alarm clock, and there's a light on the alarm clock.
Oh.
And there's speculation out there that that's a hidden camera. And that Samantha has been watching Maddie this whole time.
Oh my God.
Trying on her clothes. And for some reason isn't saying anything to her. There was that whole scene with them in the hot tub too. Samantha's a little sketch, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's gonna come back in a big way in season 3.
I think so. I also think, speaking of sketch, I also think Lori's gonna come back in a big way. I think so. At the end, when Rue,
who's Lori?
She's Lori is the drug lord lady.
Drug lordy.
Lordy.
Yeah. Drug lordy
The
Lori.
lady of the drugs.
Mother of the drugs.
Yeah. She is very sketchy. And I think she's gonna be that whole arc where we didn't really get closure with that. Rue had to escape her
That was
house.
episode 5.
Yeah.
And then the season went on, and that was it. I was like, wait, isn't she she's gonna be out for blood?
Yeah,
Rue's blood specifically.
She really, she sure is, and I think that she's gonna come back, and they're saving that whole arc for season.
I think so.
3.
I think Samantha's gonna have a weird storyline with Maddie in season 3. I think that you're absolutely right. Lori's gonna come back in a big way with Rue in season 3. Also, fun fact, that fight scene, not the argument scene. Excuse me, burpcast. Episode 5, that huge blowout that Rue had with her mom.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was all improvised.
What?
That was all improvised.
Wow.
Them screaming at each other, Rue breaking the glass and then taking a shard of glass and pointing it at her mom, and her mom backing up. That was all improvised.
She's a genius.
I don't know to what extent. I don't know if her breaking down the door was improvised. I feel
that
like
was crazy.
Probably not, because I don't like.
The door probably has to be easier to break.
Absolutely, that's what I think too. So probably not that, but I do know that them screaming at each other in each other's faces, saying all of those things, and her breaking the glass and coming at her with that piece of glass was all improvised.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, yo. So, another fun fact.
She deserves all the awards.
She does.
Zendaya deserves all the awards.
Every award. But mostly because she's an executive producer.
Absolutely.
On the show.
Yeah.
She has a lot of say in what happens.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. She's just a very talented person.
She's incredible.
Yes.
She's queen. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I also read somewhere that Drake is an executive producer. I think
I did see that, actually.
I don't know if it was an executive producer or maybe some other
or
title.
Maybe he did an episode or something.
No, he wasn't in an episode.
No. He was an executive of like one episode.
Oh, one episode. Oh, okay. Yeah,
sometimes
maybe
they
that's
do that.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's it. We didn't fact check that.
No.
Another thing going along the hidden camera theme is the scene where Nate is in Maddie's room. Yeah. And he's threatening her with a gun to get that disc back from her.
Yeah.
When she walks into the room and sees Nate, behind her is a sign that says "Smile."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And so a lot of people are speculating that she must have a camera in her room and that she actually filmed Nate threatening her with a gun.
Oh.
And that maybe in season 3 she will have footage of that and be able to like blackmail Nate.
That will
or
be interesting.
Who the heck knows, you know? So that's all just speculation. But there's a lot of hidden camera and filming themes in this, and I feel like that's a big nod to just living in the age of social media. And Kat and how she's doing that whole dominatrix thing and recording herself.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that is a common, one of the most common themes through this series that I think is pretty much saying how social media is destroying us.
It is, and it's
as we talk about that on the podcast. Very meta.
It is, but also like I don't know, it's true, and like kids,
or at least
today,
it's showing kids.
Yeah,
the youth
are like. I mean, I went to high school with some social media, but it wasn't nearly as much as it is today. Yeah. And like
it was just
I don't
Facebook.
think we even had Snapchat or anything that.
I definitely did not have Snapchat.
I cannot even imagine how kids are
we
using.
had Twitter and Facebook. I'll have to check the years for Instagram. I don't even know if we had Instagram at that point. Yeah, while I was in high school. Maybe. I'm not trying to make myself sound older than I am.
No,
Trust
me. I think Instagram was later. I think it was after 2010.
Yeah, then definitely not. Then Instagram wasn't even a thing when I was in college, that means. Because I graduated college 2011. That makes sense.
I think Instagram, so maybe you had it for like a year, but who was using it for, let's see when Instagram was invented.
Yeah. I'm looking at my notes. That's really all I have.
So, I can get into the other stuff.
I have one thing for our astrology talk, and that's
when we get there. Oh, yeah, it was founded in 2010.
Okay, yeah.
That's right.
So, while I was in high school, it was Facebook, maybe Twitter. I'm just guessing with Twitter. Yeah. Because that came before Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Did you ever experience form spring?
Not personally.
That was intense. I think that was probably the most intense thing we had in high school. And it only lasted a couple of years, or even just a year, and then it got, like, shut down maybe. It was, like, people, if you don't know what Form Spring is, people would basically put, like, they would tell anonymous things to each other. So you can post on somebody's Form Spring, like, you looked so good today, or I have such a crush on you, and you'll never know who it is. And you can also use it to say horrible things to that person. And that's what people used it for.
Yeah.
Oh, it destroyed people. People were called to, like, the guidance counselors for it. Like,
holy cow.
It was really bad.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think Social media can be very dangerous in the hands of teenagers.
Social media can definitely be very dangerous.
Because teenagers also, like, have a lot of emotions, and they're trying to figure out life, and, like, they feel like they know everything, and, like, they don't know everything.
Yeah, and just thinking of how things can easily be recorded. I mean, even as an adult, we've been talking about potentially going out and doing like silly karaoke and stuff. Yeah. And honestly, I can't sing for shit, but I would love to do that because I'm a performer. And but the idea of somebody, even if we keep it intimate in like a friend group, the thought of even you recording me while I'm doing it, like it freaks me out. And I'm like, we would have to have like a no one can record anyone. Like this is just a fun activity and stuff. But like I'm a full blown adult and I'm just singing a silly song. Why would I care? And yet I do care. And it's like, it's not something that I want documented. Yeah. And so to have like intimate things as a young child, you know, a teenager in high school documented, like how the show portrays. Whew.
So bad.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oofa.
Definitely.
That's intense.
It is intense. Okay, so moving on. I have some, like, I want to talk about the movie references.
Yes!
Because I think
let's get into it.
The filming of Euphoria was so artistic.
Incredible.
I loved the shots. Like, I loved when they're biking through all the lemon trees and
especially
the
with Jules.
lighting.
Oh my god, we haven't even talked about Jules at all.
Yeah, Jules is incredible.
Jules biking through the lemon trees and it kind of like even tunneling. And that was incredible.
And a lot of Jules' scenes specifically, are very artistic in terms of like intimate moments. Yeah. When she's like kissing people, the lighting changes a lot. It's just like shapes really. It's like
her and Rue when they like are kind of on the fritz, but they're at that party. What was it? New Year's Eve party, and they like look at each other, and it spotlights on them and stuff. Really cool.
It is really cool, and just all of that. I also
the shots in this show are incredible.
Yeah. What other? There was another one that I was thinking of, but it'll come back to me. In terms of movie references, the first one that stuck out to me was when was it the New Year's Eve party? It must have been. No, it wasn't. It was a costume party. And they were dressed as Romeo and Juliet, the like 1996 version. Yes. Where like Juliet's wearing angel costume and Romeo's something.
A knight or something.
Yeah. And so that's how Rue and Jules dressed. Yes. And then they're in the pool swimming around like they were also in Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, so great.
So I thought that was really cool.
That was really, really cool.
There's also that scene where they're like really happy in their relationship and Rue's talking about it, and it's just all these movie references back to back, and they're very, very clear. Yeah. Like
that's like a whole montage.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't know, they're in Ghost, where it's like the
Demi Moore. Yeah. And like, yes, that was so
where they're
funny.
helping each other throw pottery.
Yeah. Brokeback Mountain. They did
There's Brokeback Mountain. There's also Titanic, where they're like...
Yes.
I should specify they're like, Jack, I'm flying, that scene.
The iconic Titanic scene. The first one that popped in your head.
Right, exactly. But then you pointed out, and then I saw in this list of references that Cassie, when she has all the flowers around her.
When Nate sent her all of the flowers and she has them all around her room and she's just like longingly staring off into space, that is Midsommar. Yes. A Midsommar reference. And I spotted it immediately and I was like,
You did. I didn't even realize.
It was so great. So great.
There was another one.
Which that's the thing. These movie references are now like it's almost foreshadowing. They were foreshadowing. The reference to Midsommar with Cass was like a foreshadowing of her pretty much she's about to lose her shit.
And Rue and Jules as Romeo and Juliet, the star-crossed lovers. Oh my god.
I love that shit. I love it.
There's also, now, okay, I have a confession. I don't think I've seen Carrie.
Okay.
But the scene, I saw it on the internet.
You know of it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you don't have to see it to know.
Exactly.
You know exactly what happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horror.
Blood. Pig's blood.
Well, apparently that scene where she's crying and then she, like, smiles and is creepy is from Carrie.
Yes, it is! Oh my god, it is!
That's crazy.
And then her going... Oh my god, and then her going to the doors and looking through the door and, like, breathing on the...
Yeah.
That's so Carrie.
That's insane.
You just blew my mind.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her just, like, fucking flipping out and... Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy. Because I haven't seen it, so I'm glad that you're having an epiphany about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if she... I'm picturing her not so much in the bathroom, but her when she comes back to the doors and she's looking through the gym, the auditorium doors, and she's breathing on the glass. Very Jurassic Park, by the way. I immediately thought of Jurassic Park.
She was being very creepy.
She was being very creepy, but all she had to do, now that you said that, is be covered in blood. That was Carrie to a T.
Didn't Carrie ruin a performance also?
No, it was prom.
And
the popular girls are the ones who dumped blood on her.
Yeah.
And then she used her witch powers to lock all the doors, lock everyone in, and burn them to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Well, if you haven't seen it, I deserve the spoiling because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that movie. I haven't seen any newer versions, but the original is it's quite the movie.
Yeah.
Quite the movie. It's one of those. It's yeah.
Intense.
Yeah.
That's intense. Much like Euphoria. But not just with like the artistic choices for movie references, but I also really liked how they would go to like Rue's classroom.
Yes.
And jump between those scenes, or Rue was a detective piecing everything together, and her and Lexi were like, you didn't know what was real and what was in her mind.
Yeah.
And it's probably because wasn't she like manic?
Yeah.
And on drugs
at the
time?
She's bipolar.
Yeah.
She gets diagnosed as bipolar, I
right.
believe. And then I'm like, I believe. We just watched it, but it all feels like a fever dream.
It does.
Yeah, so she was going through a manic episode when she was doing that.
So she probably didn't even know.
She was sober, I think, at that point, because she was with Jules.
Oh, that's right.
And that was like one of the first times that you saw her be on a long streak of being sober because she was with Jules, or like just met Jules or whatever.
Right.
So she was going through a bit of a manic episode because of that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, she probably didn't even know what was real and what was fake, is what I was going at.
Yeah.
Whether it was drugs or having a manic episode.
Are you moving on from that?
No.
I
mean, yes.
Going off of that?
Yeah.
I read that, and I didn't fact check this. I didn't notice it while I was watching it, but I read that she obviously is narrating the whole series. Mm-hmm. However, in the last few episodes of the second season, she stops narrating altogether.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it either, I think, because we were so consumed with the play. But she stops narrating.
She's so drugged up.
Well, no, she's sober at that point.
Oh.
Because that was after after episode 5 when she went through all those withdrawals and everything, and she like escapes Lori's, drug den or whatever that fucking was. Yeah. But so she's sober.
Yeah.
And her narration stops. And people are speculating, just people.
Ever the internet.
The world.
Yeah.
They're speculating that kind of going along what you said, like she's narrating this whole story. She doesn't even know really what's real or what's fake, and her thoughts now are kind of either getting clear. Some people think they're getting clearer, and that's why she's not narrating anymore, or that she's like dying. And so I don't know what to believe. I mean, I
don't think she's dying.
The last episode she did narrate because she kind of closed up the story on everyone, and she even said that was sober for the rest of the school year and stuff, didn't she? Or was
she
it the rest
did.
of the
So she's
summer
narrating.
or something?
I don't subscribe to that she's dying. What I do think is that one, maybe the last couple episodes, Lexi was really the narrator.
She was. Because of the play,
yeah. So maybe there wasn't a need for Rue to narrate. She's probably also focusing on herself, trying to get her head straight again. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's probably the reasons.
Yeah. I would love for Lexi to have more.
Yeah, I think she will.
I hope so. I really love her character, and I want her to have more. I want more of Lexi.
Yeah. Also, I just watched The King of Staten Island.
Yeah.
And she's in it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was so off topic. But
that was a us discussion?
Yeah. Why are you here? Why are you just butting in on our private conversation?
You're not supposed to be here.
But going off of like Rue's narration and everything, my favorite theory that I came up with is that,
and it's your favorite.
It is my favorite because I came up with it. No, is that Rue narrates everything because no one is scared to hide things from her. So she sees everything because everyone just blows her off as some drug addict, and they're all like half the time they go, "You're still alive? Like I thought you were dead."
Like the whole season 1 is like, you're alive? I thought you were dead.
Yeah, which is rude.
Very rude.
But yeah, that just proves that they don't really consider her like a person that will see their actions
or remember it because she's a drug addict, so they just think they could do and say whatever in front of her.
Why she knows everything and is able to narrate everything.
Yeah.
And I think it really comes out when Rue is having withdrawals. She'll do anything to escape. She'll say anything to escape so she can get something.
Yeah.
And so she looks at Cassie, clearly saved this information for this moment, and was like, "Hey, how long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs?"
Yeah. Purposely to create chaos,
so she can run away.
Knowing that Maddie would react, a big reaction, so she can run away. Mm-hmm. It's true.
So she never tells anybody anything that she sees until it's like, she needs to.
Until she needs to, which is a very addict type of move.
Right.
It's also, honestly, that whole episode, season 2, episode 5, I held my breath through the whole thing. As soon as it was over, I was like,
it was so intense.
It was intense. But also, I was a bit impressed because Homegirl was running from literally everybody. Her mom, her sister, the cops, the literally everybody.
Yup.
She was withdrawing. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Withdrawing?
One of them.
Okay.
It's either's fine.
They're not sounding right to me, so you pick. She was clearly in pain.
Yup.
She was sick. She was vomiting. Mm-hmm. And yet, she broke into somebody's house and stole $2,000.
And got away with it.
Got caught and got away with it.
Yep.
And, walked into traffic, which, by the way, I read that...
I have a fact about this.
Is it her stunt double?
Yeah, and also... Okay, continue, sorry.
I'm going to go into it.
Okay, go into it.
So, I just read that her stunt double did that scene where she was, running into traffic and trying to avoid the cars, and she got hit, and she had to get, 13 stitches on her elbow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, what I heard was it was a mix between her and her stunt double, obviously, because there's clips of her face.
Right.
But the parts that it's, going behind her is her stunt double, and it was a choreographed scene.
Yeah, of course.
So it was real cars.
Yeah.
Which is insane, because what you could do is just get CGI.
Yeah.
But they were like...
We literally have a whole Fast and Furious franchise.
But they were like, no, run through traffic.
Ooh, sorry.
So...
And honestly, I'm not even sure how much of Fast and Furious is CGI'd, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never
I know
seen
a lot of
Fast
it is very impressive, but I wasn't trying to downplay Fast and Furious. Don't come for me.
Fast and Furious stands.
Don't come for me.
Stay slow and nice.
Oh my god. So yeah, that whole scene was choreographed.
So the cars knew exactly what to do.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying. There was a lot of cars.
I don't care if it is choreographed. I'd be like, that means that the look on Rue's face, that means the look
genuine.
That means the look on Zendaya's face, because she was like, you know, and that was real.
It was real.
Well, and one of them clipped the stunt double, and she had to get stitches.
That's
maybe not
so
13.
scary.
That sounds like a lot. I don't recall how many, but she had to get stitches in her elbow.
Oh, that sounds so scary.
That is, oh man, that's terrifying.
They also, like, the scenes where she's jumping over the fence and everything.
That's her stunt double, I think.
Well, yeah, it's both of them. Like, her stunt double is the one falling, and then it cuts to Rue, obviously. But it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And also in that whole episode, Rue acting like when she's going through withdrawals and everything, the symptoms she's having are so specific. And, like, the one with her yawning was almost, like, yanked out of the back of my brain from, like, a psychology class I took in college about, like, drugs and alcohol and symptoms of someone going through withdrawals.
Yep.
And it was like excessive yawning. And I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot that was like an obscure symptom of withdrawing. And so she really nailed it on the head, I think.
Incredibly so.
Yeah.
That whole, pretty much as soon as she got to, I mean, the whole show, she's incredible. But that whole episode, and then especially when she got to Lori's house, and she was really, like, she was yawning, she was falling asleep, she was having serious withdrawals at that point. I was like, give this girl every fucking award that you can ever find, because she is killing it.
Yeah.
And her getting in the bathtub, what really broke me was her getting in the bathtub and pretty much begging to die because of it. And it's like, I was like, this is crazy.
It's so horrible.
It's so horrible.
Well,
phew.
Let me try to get onto a lighter topic.
Do you have any more movie references, or
no? That was it.
Yeah, there's a lot through. We're definitely not touching on all of them.
No,
because
but
there's a lot through that whole series.
There really is.
So.
The other thing I was gonna say, just like random facts, like mostly behind the scenes, but not really. Like the behind the scenes was the car thing that I had, but Faye is actually a porn star in real life.
No shit.
And that's how they found her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was her.
Faye was the girl that was staying at Fez's house for
Who's
like a
Jewel?
while. Who's Jewel?
Do I know Jewel?
Yeah.
Who's Jewel?
Her lips are massive. I was impressed. I'm like, girl, how do you do that?
In real life, they're like that.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, wow.
I think it's part of her look.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Especially if she's a porn star.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, wow.
Yeah.
She stretched the limits.
She really did.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also with Fez, too, he was discovered on the streets of New York City.
I literally just read that written down, too.
And I read that somebody approached him, I'm not sure who, and said that, approached him about being in a show or auditioning for a show, and he said that he thought it was a scam and almost didn't give this person his number. Oh my God. I'd be like, creep, get out of here, and like keep walking. I would never give somebody my number if they approached me like that. So I don't know what that person did or said, but can you imagine if he didn't? I mean, he probably would never know. He would still think it's a scam.
Apparently he was like a waiter.
Yeah. Oh my God, I saw a video on TikTok. Somebody was like circulating a video of him like cleaning up their table when he was waiting
tables, yeah.
Waiting at whatever restaurant he worked at.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
I think I saw that too. It's crazy. And then Dominic Fike. I think that's how you say his last name. He's Elliot.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
He was a musician. This was his first acting gig.
Yep.
And I like his music a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I heard his songs and I was like, oh, it's that dude. I know him.
Yeah.
And
he has a song in the final episode.
Yes.
That he sings to Rue, which was super sweet.
It was really sweet.
I read, as I was doing research for this episode, a lot of people were like, we could have done without that song. I was like, I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, it is nice.
I really liked it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the music.
Oh my God.
Just the whole like labyrinth making music for everything. Also.
And Zendaya.
Also, though, I don't know if this is probably like a really clear thing to everybody, and everyone's gonna be like, duh. But I noticed that every time she was going to do drugs, it was like the, oh, taking it off for us.
Yeah.
That was like the foreshadowing of like, she's gonna do the drugs.
She's gonna do it, yeah. Well, and that's how season 1 ended, with her, with that song, and her pretty much like having a hallucination. I'm gonna assume it's a hallucination of her like stumbling all over the place and nobody's noticing her.
Yeah,
I loved that it ended like that. That was such a good
and
finale.
She was singing in that one too, she was singing, which was great.
And then the choir like came and stuff. That was so cool.
Yeah,
I loved that.
And that one scene where she's like on the brink of death, and she goes into the church and Labyrinth is there like singing.
Yeah,
I looked and I was like, that's Labyrinth.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I don't think I've seen him, but I didn't register that was him.
Yeah. Wow. I was like, it has to be, and it was.
Wow. I didn't even catch on to that.
Yeah.
I did notice that, at least for season 1, I didn't check for season 2, that all of the titles of the episodes were hip-hop songs.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I tried, like, once I noticed it for season 1, I looked for season 2 and I didn't recognize any of them, so I wasn't sure what they were referencing in season 2, and I didn't even look it up. I guess I could look it up now, but yeah, I noticed it for season 1.
Wow.
I was like, these are all hip-hop songs.
I don't think
like
all
older
of them are
hip-hop songs.
I don't think all of them are in the second, because in the second season there was one episode title that was like the trials and tribulations of peeing when you're depressed.
Don't underestimate the titles of hip-hop songs. That's all I'll say. I didn't recognize a single one of them. Yeah. So maybe it's another
something else.
It's another theme. Mm-hmm. But season 1 for sure, I noticed it right away. Oh yeah.
That sounds more like a Fall Out Boy song title.
That's true. That's true though.
Or a Panic at the Disco one.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we will. But that's all I had for like fun facts, I guess. Mm-hmm. I guess we can jump into the astrology opinions.
Let's do it. So what I was going to say was that obviously I'm cosplaying as Maddie. Yeah. And Hannah is cosplaying as Cassie. However, if we were to really look into the astrology, or at least the, what's the word I'm looking for? Theoretical astrology of these characters, Cassie is a Pisces. And I'm a Pisces.
I still think...
And the furthest from Maddie, who we think is an Aries.
Yeah, she's an Aries.
So
I still think...
Yeah, we have disagreeing opinions about Cassie.
I think, I personally... Now, this is no dig on anybody. I don't want to take, like, disclaimer... I think
half of the people have already tuned out of this.
Yeah, no, I know. But disclaimer...
This is just you and I now.
If anyone is left listening, I love all astrological signs. I think there could be evolved versions and devolved versions of each sign.
Absolutely.
And the qualities I'm going to be talking about Cassie are obviously the devolved versions of, because even I'm a Virgo, and Virgos, well, perfect, have their... I'm kidding. Have their errors as well.
I mean, I literally just said I think Cassie is a Pisces, and I'm a Pisces.
Yeah.
So there's no judgment happening here to any of the signs.
Well, I feel like I'm going to say something that's offensive.
Go for it. Especially of a sign who will take offense to it.
No.
It's all right. Say it.
So I think Cassie is...
Beat her ass, Cassie.
I think Cassie is a Cancer. Why?
Oh,
why?
Shit. She's coming for you.
I think Pisces in general are they're dreamy. They, and you could say that Cassie is a little dreamy.
A little?
Yes.
She's borderline delusional.
Well, that's so why I say like a little. I think she, well, except for that one scene where she's like she's drinking a lot. I don't think she like... Okay, I think Pisces, when they have emotions, they keep them to themselves until the time is right. And I think they also kind of hide those emotions with, like, indulging activities. whether it be like diving into something or escapism or anything like that. I don't think Cancers do that. I think Cancers let it all out. They just go for it. And also, Cassie did like victimize herself quite a bit. And I'm not saying all Cancers do that, but if you look up the bad qualities, they do victimize themselves a lot. Where she was the victim in the whole situation. She was the one that was, you know, the only one being made fun of in the play. She was, you know, in her mind.
Yeah.
When she was not the victim at all in that whole situation.
Yeah.
What else? So yeah, that's why I think maybe she's a double water sign. I could definitely believe that.
I can absolutely. Girl stays crying.
Yeah.
I can.
Look,
absolutely,
I drew tears on my face.
Yeah. I can 100% see her being all water. Oops,
yeah.
All water.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree with you that the victimizing is definitely a little bit more Cancer vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the dreaminess. She is so head in the clouds dreamy.
Yeah.
Like it's delusional.
Right.
And that is such a Pisces thing. And I think that, you know, and I could say that because I know what lives in my mind as a Pisces, and I daydream. Oops, I just hit the mic. Sorry, guys. I daydream 24/7. Mm-hmm. My head lives in the clouds. I think that I personally, if you're basing off of the Pisces that you know, aka me, I have a lot. I do a lot. So it seems like I'm very grounded. I'm also a Virgo moon.
Yeah.
So it seems like I'm very grounded, but my head is constantly in the clouds. Like I am constantly daydreaming. And then taking it a step further, her like obsession with love and being loved and the delusions around love and having this person who literally abused her best friend and only talked shit about her specifically, Cassie, all the time and just everything. And then to just like toss that all aside. Why? Because he like paid attention to her? That's a Pisces move. I have evolved from that because I am now in my 30s, but you want to talk to Jackie in her 20s?
You also, like, you're very balanced because I'm pretty sure Pisces, except for, like, the Scorpio Pluto, like every millennial has, I think Pisces is your only water sign as your sun sign.
I think so, yeah. I don't think I have any
other
water signs.
I think that helps. I think Cassie's all water.
She's oops all water. Yeah, she's oops all water. But
yeah.
I would be willing to compromise that either of us can be right about her being a Pisces and or a Cancer.
I think
she does exhibit signs of both.
I'll say Pisces rising, Cancer sun, Scorpio moon. No, I'm kidding. No. It's not a Scorpio moon. No. Maybe a Libra moon.
Maybe.
I'm a Libra moon. She's very gorgeous.
I'm a Libra rising.
She comes off everyone's very attracted to her. Yeah. Like, I think she could be a Libra
moon.
And
even Lexi calls it out about her just being always like into herself and all of that. So.
Well, yeah, and I think because she's like physically, people are very attracted to her, but maybe she does have like, you know, because your moon sign is what you struggle with. So like my Libra moon, I struggle with people pleasing a lot.
Oh, and she people pleases.
Yeah.
To the point of,
I'm locking it in.
It's detrimental.
I'm saying Pisces rising, Cancer sun, Libra moon.
And there you have it.
That's Cassie.
We're not going to go through all three for every
character. No, but because we were so like
divisive.
Yes.
Even though they're all water signs. Yeah. Like I know.
Except for Scorpio.
Hannah and I have been arguing about this for weeks.
I think we figured it out though.
Okay.
I think we did it.
All right. Moving on.
Yes.
Maddie.
Aries.
We
can agree on that.
100%. Aries. She is fiery, but I don't think she has a little bit of like okay. She is fiery, but I don't think she has the world revolves around me vibes.
No, like Leo.
a Leo. She's definitely a fire sign. She's not like a Leo. She's not as spontaneous as a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
She gives me Aries vibes. She definitely thinks she's the main character,
Mm-hmm.
but she has emotions. She cares about people. It's very,
and Aries do.
Aries are the babies. They're the first sign of the zodiac. They're literally the babies. You know, if you look at the zodiacs from 1 to 12 as stages of life, they're the first one. They're babies. I'm not saying they're babies, but you know.
Yeah.
And so she and babies, like young children even, they have that. They don't understand that they're not the only person in this world. They think everything revolves around them, but at the same time, you know, you see a kid, if their mom like stubs their toe, they're like, "Oh my god, mommy, are you okay?" So like they still care.
They care a lot.
And so I feel that way.
From the Aries, I know they care a lot.
Yeah.
Almost to the point where it's like,
But even that, they react out of anger, but it's almost like anger and caring.
Yes.
And it kind of goes back to, like I said, with Maddie banging on the door to Cass, trying to get her to open the door. She wasn't screaming like, you slut, you blah, blah, nothing like that. She was upset about their friendship. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure if Cass opened that door, she would have beat the crap out of her. Yeah. But it would have been out of love.
And even when she's like chasing her down the hallway, even when she's chasing her down the hallway and like shoved her into the wall, it cuts to a scene of them talking to each other in the bathroom.
Which I love what Maddie said, because so they're in the bathroom, and I think it was the last time we saw them for the season, and Cass made a comment like, "You guys don't even know that Nate broke up with me before I even went back into the play." Yeah. Before she even got on stage. And Maddie goes, she said something else, I don't remember what, but Maddie goes, "Oh honey, this is just the beginning." Mm-hmm. And I think Maddie has really I think she recognizes how much better off she is without Nate, and I think she feels sorry for Cass for the journey that she's about to, not feel sorry for her in the sense of like, oh boy. You made that choice, like
you're gonna have to live with it.
And he's gonna ruin your life.
And I would argue that I think Maddie was over Nate. Like,
I think she was over Nate the second he pointed a gun to her face.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I was like, I think maybe she was a little over him before that, but that sealed the deal. She was like, never again.
Yeah. And she's still dealing with, because they weren't together for that, like, she's still dealing with even being a part of his life. And so I think she is starting to see Cass is going down that road, but I don't think she's willing to help her at this point. No. And maybe that'll change.
Because she knows she's probably...
Because she betrayed her.
Yeah, one, she betrayed her, and two, I think she also knows that wherever Cassie's at, there's no helping her in that moment. Because she was in the same road. Yeah. If somebody told her Nate was toxic right where she was when she was Cassie, she wouldn't listen to anybody.
Not only that, but they say with Pisces, you can't give us any criticism.
That's true too.
We will not take it. And sometimes if you tell us what to do, we will do the opposite. Just to show you that we're in control. Even though we're not in control. We are definitely not in control. So that's a very Piscean thing to do too. But anyways, I digress. Yes.
Who else?
Maddie is an Aries.
Yes, she's an Aries. Locked in.
So, Fez. Let's just jump to...
Taurus.
I think Fez is a Cancer.
Why?
Because I don't know. He was just giving me Cancer vibes. Well, here's the thing. You want to... Okay, I have a fun fact. I have a fun fact about Angus Cloud, who is the actor that plays Fez. Yeah. As I was researching for this episode, I read that he doesn't like to let on when his actual birthday is, because he's afraid that everyone's going to judge him for his zodiac sign. And so I was like, he's famous now. I could easily find his birthday. And all I did was plug in his name, and his birthday popped right up. So I'm like, sorry, dude, it's not working. And guess what he is?
Is he a Cancer?
He's a Cancer.
Oh, wow.
So maybe I was just picking up on, like, his act. Because we watch his TikToks. I follow him on TikTok now and stuff. And I mean, aside from the whole drug thing, it kind of seems like he is Fez. Yeah. So maybe I was just picking up on, like, his actual vibes.
Maybe. Because I'd say the same thing. Like, I want to call Rue a Virgo, but it's because Zendaya's a Virgo.
Facts.
And she gives off such Virgo vibes.
She does give off Virgo vibes.
Yeah. Like, when she's... my favorite part, The one that like sticks in my head, which is why I'm like, oh, Zendaya is such a Virgo, but that's why I want to call Rue one, but I don't think Rue is.
Now that makes me wonder what the actresses Cassie and Maddie are in real life.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
look that up. You keep talking.
That when she's like, Lexi's talking about her film and she's acting like a director. It's one of those like fake acting scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And Rue's sitting in the chair, like with her sunglasses on, just like. I feel like that. I feel like that's me.
Okay, so the actress that plays Maddie is Alexa Demi.
Mm.
I hope that's how you say your name. I'm really sorry if it's not. And her birthday is not available.
She gives me real life Taurus vibes.
December 11th.
Oh, she's a Sag.
She's a Sag.
Wow, she has the same birthday as Joe.
I could see that. I could see her being a Sag.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor Swift.
And Taylor Swift.
And then her name.
Wait, no, Taylor Swift's birthday is December 13th.
That's correct. You are correct. My cousin, who is a huge Taylor Swift fan, has the same birthday as Joe.
Right.
Your boyfriend.
Yes. For all of those listening.
Anyways. Oh my god, what's her name? It's Sweetie, isn't it? Like
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney.
Which I feel like all of their names are so, like, actor-y. Like, Angus Cloud, I know they found him on the street, but are you kidding me?
His first name is Connor, I think. Connor Angus Cloud, I think is his real name.
Still, his last name is Cloud.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I know.
Go away.
Her birthday is September 12th.
She is a Virgo.
She's a Virgo. Okay.
Wow.
Anyways, that's that. That's that on that. But yeah, so he didn't want anyone to know he was a Cancer, and then he became famous. So.
I think his character is a Taurus, or yeah, I would say Taurus.
You would say Taurus?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very earthy, maybe Capricorn, but he does care. Like he's very intensely like trying to take care of his family and everything.
Is
so
that
maybe,
a Taurus trait to like want to take care of other people?
No, I think like be like financially secure and like make sure things are running is more of a Capricorn thing, which is why I would call him that.
Yeah.
But Taurus, I don't know. It's mostly because he's got like, this sounds so bad to say, but it's mostly because he's got like the drugs, but he's not like taking them excessively. He just like is chill. He's like sitting at home and he's chill and he's chilling out, like very Taurus-y vibes. But I just think he's got earthy vibes, and I don't think he's a Virgo. I think he's probably either a Capricorn or a Taurus in my head.
What was giving me Cancer vibes was him caring so much about his family and literally just willing to do anything for his grandmother and Ashtray, R.I.P.
Yeah. R.I.P. Ashtray. Ooh, that scene, we didn't even talk about that, but that was a lot.
I don't think we need to.
No.
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah, it does.
But Ashtray though. He's fire on fire on fire on fire.
He's got all fire.
He's all all fire. Oops, all fire. I don't know what. Maybe Scorpio.
Oh, well, that's not fire.
Oh yeah. Duh. It's fiery water.
Yeah. He's got maybe some Scorpio and then fire. Yeah. I don't know what either.
He's fire. He's all fire.
Maybe he's also partially Aries because he's doing it out of caring.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't all have to be different signs.
No, of
course
not.
I think he's
also an Aries too.
Yeah.
I think I would agree with that.
And
all right.
Yeah.
Who's next? Nate.
Scorpio.
Did I think Nate was a Scorpio? What did I think Nate was? I forgot.
He's really scary.
I don't think he's a Scorpio. No, Gemini.
Oh, Gemini. He's a Gemini.
I was like, I didn't think he was a Scorpio. No, Nate is
he's a Gemini.
100% a Gemini. Mm-hmm. Gemini has the like duality, and it kind of goes along with what I was saying, that I don't think Nate was inherently a bad person. I think that he went through a very traumatic thing when he was way too young.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to process it. Nobody did anything for him. and this is how it's coming out now.
Yeah.
And so I think, and again, you catch small glimpses, even in the scene where him and Maddie scene in her room with the gun, and she was crying afterwards, and he was like starting to say like, kidding. Yeah, he started to say he was just kidding, and not in like, I mean, obviously that's an asshole thing to say after a moment like that. Like, I don't care if you were just kidding. But he wasn't saying it in a way of like, oh, come on, I was just kidding. Like, it seemed like he really regretted what he did.
He wanted to comfort her.
Yes, but realized he went too far and he couldn't. And not necessarily regretted what he did. I don't think he regretted what he did. No. I think he truly believes he had to do that to get what he needed. Mm-hmm. But I think he regretted it, how he made Maddie feel and what he's been putting Maddie through. Mm-hmm. I do think he feels bad for what he's been putting Maddie through. I don't think he gives a fuck about Cassie.
I don't either.
But I don't think so either. I do think he feels genuinely bad for everything that he's been putting Maddie through.
And then at the end...
And so that kind of gives me that duality of a Gemini.
And then at the end, after threatening Jules so much in the beginning...
Yeah.
And going and being like, do whatever you want with this tape, I don't care. Like...
Yeah, but wasn't there, am I dreaming this, or was there like a flash drive or some sort?
Oh, he had the flash drive that had the tape copied, I think.
I think he has copies of all of it.
Yeah.
And I think even though he told you, Jules, that's, because she asked him flat out, she was like, are there other copies? And he said, that's the only one I know of. I think he was lying. I think he still has copies of everything.
It's because he's trying to threaten, or... No, because he got arrested.
Because he gave the drive to the police.
Yeah.
Okay. So he did lie.
Yeah.
But maybe he's not using it maliciously.
No,
I don't know. I don't trust him.
Arrest his dad.
I don't trust him. As much as I just defended Nate for his background, I don't trust him, and I do think he still has copies of everything.
Yeah.
Because why? Because that's Nate. Why wouldn't he have copies of everything?
No, of course he would.
Okay.
No, we're in agreement.
So Nate's a Gemini.
Yep.
Sorry to all of it. Listen,
this isn't... Like I said, I had the disclaimer of
we have many Gemini friends. Like,
yeah, no, I love Geminis. Like, I love all the signs. Like, I have friends everywhere. Like, with all, across the zodiac spectrum. I don't know.
I really think Cass is a Pisces. I can't stress it enough. And she's probably my least favorite character in terms of who I would want to be friends with.
Right. I have, like I said, there's evolved and there's unevolved, and a lot of these characters are unevolved. Yeah. Why? Because they're teenagers.
Yes, they are children. Okay, who else do we have?
We have,
Rue.
What do we think, Rue? What do we think of her?
I think she's a Virgo.
You think so?
I'm gonna stand by that.
Okay. Why?
Maybe the same thing as Fez. Maybe because Zendaya's a Virgo and I'm just catching vibes.
It's hard.
It is hard.
Because she's got strong Virgo vibes.
Yeah. But I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
She seems earthy.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like
she doesn't want to get in anybody's business.
No, and she knows everything, like you said.
Yeah, she knows everything, but she doesn't want to get involved.
Exactly, but she will use it when she needs to.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
those are Virgo vibes. Jules.
Cat.
Oh, Cat. Scorpio.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, she's a Scorpio.
100%.
Yup.
She's got that. She is watery and emotional. The breakup scene with her.
I just rolled my eyes through that whole thing. I was like, girly.
I'm so happy he didn't buy it, but like, damn. And he handled it
like a champ.
He was like, you're full of shit. And now I'm breaking up with you because you're full of shit.
Because I'm disappointed in you,
but like,
too.
that was such a Scorpio move.
It really was.
She tried to gaslight him that she had some terminal brain thing.
And then she goes, why would I joke about having a terminal brain illness?
Scorpio.
Because you just did.
That is some manipulative Scorpio vibes. There's some manipulative water vibes. and oh man, yeah, Scorpio all the way. And just, her whole career.
Yeah, well, teenage career. That's bad because she's underage. And
she is underage.
That's distributing child porn. That is a felony.
Also true.
Jules.
Aquarius. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Enough said. No.
I feel that way. I'm like, it wasn't even a question.
What is she in real life, like, in terms of her birthday? Hunter,
she just
Schaefer?
she has that airy, spacey.
She does.
She has, Aquarius are very, like...
She's a Capricorn.
Weird, but not weird. Weird in the sense of, like, uniqueness. Dresses differently than everyone else.
Her makeup is very dramatic.
Yeah. She's, you know, will fall in love with anybody, like, is very open. Aquariuses are very open-minded about pretty much anything. And so the fact that she's very open with her sexuality and all of that is those are all Aquarius vibes.
Yep.
The whole thing.
She's a Capricorn in real life.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Anyways.
Elliot?
Elliot. I'm having a tough time.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know if I gave him much thought.
I think he's a Pisces.
All right.
Because he's got, he's like artsy. Mm-hmm. He's chill.
He's pretty open-minded,
and then he has his escapism moments where he, indulges in drugs and stuff, which I know is like a cliche Pisces thing. But like, if I was going to be cliche, I would give Rude a Pisces, but...
Yeah, no.
She's not.
She's not a Pisces.
I would say
Elliot
is a Pisces.
By the way, my escapism of choice is crocheting.
Yeah, duh.
If you couldn't tell.
So
healthy people don't make discoing eggs and bacon. Anyways. Or cursed burgers. I can't even look at it.
I love it though. I love how cursed it is.
Look at it.
Look at it.
Anyways, I made this about me. Yeah, Elliot is for sure
a Pisces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Is it?
I don't know.
We could go into like, what's his name? Cal.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I don't either.
I think so, yeah. We did all the main characters, right?
Lexi.
Oh my god! Lexi.
What do you think?
Oh, man.
She's tough.
She kind of gives me, like... She kind of gives me Virgo vibes, too. She's very observant.
Mm-hmm.
She knows a lot.
She's also chill.
She's artsy. She likes to write. Maybe Taurus.
Mm-hmm. I could see her as a Taurus.
Vibes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. Something earthy.
Yeah, something earthy. She's definitely earthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm going to say Taurus for her.
I like that.
Because I think that Fez is a Cancer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Taurus. Again, they don't all have to be different.
I think Fez, I'm leaning more towards Capricorn with him.
I can see that as well. But, yeah, I'm going to say Lexi's a Virgo.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
No, a Taurus.
Excuse me, Taurus.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She's a Taurus.
For sure. I agree with that.
I think that's all.
And that's why her and Rue are good friends. I think, I don't know many Tauruses, but, oh yes, I do. They vibe. So.
Tauruses are great.
Yeah.
I love all
Oh my god, my sister's a Taurus.
I don't know any Tauruses.
Except my sister. Oh my god, sorry.
Yeah. All the Tauruses I know are pretty great.
We get along.
And they cook really well. So
yeah.
I'm down for that. Mm-hmm. We're down to eat.
Absolutely.
So.
Always. Always. Well.
I think that concludes
I think so too.
Our Euphoria episode. We did it.
Now we just have to wait an excruciating amount of time for next season.
Season 3.
Because I want to watch all of it.
Yeah. And,
I want to know everything.
The reason why we did this now and not immediately following the season is because, one, we didn't watch it along with everybody, but two, because we, wanted to give you a chance to catch up as well, if you're like us and like to binge watch things.
Because what if okay, first of all, yes, is that an excuse?
100%.
100%. But it's a good excuse because
we think so.
Because we think so, but also... What if we made this episode right after season 2 ended?
Yeah.
We'd have so many spoilers. People are busy, like us,
I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest with both of us. I think we were the only ones that weren't watching it in live time with everyone else.
People are busy.
We were busy. You know what happened is we didn't watch season 1.
No,
with
we
everyone.
didn't.
So we actually, I don't know if we explained this at the top of the pod, but we binged both seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Not together, but simultaneously.
Yeah.
Because
I think we didn't even plan it either.
No.
I was like, I started Euphoria. You were like, me too.
It was literally one night, I was like, hey, what are you doing? You're like, me and Joe just watched an episode of Euphoria. And I was like, I literally just finished an episode of Euphoria.
Yeah.
And that's when we realized we were watching it at the same time.
Yeah.
Weird. But we had to start from the beginning because for some reason, you and I, we must have went into a simultaneous coma for however long the first season was out because we just chose not to watch it.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
But it wasn't until I think like the hype for season 2.
Season 2 was objectively better.
Yeah, and everyone hyped it up so much that I was like, okay, I guess I have to watch this.
Yeah, same.
Because I really thought it was going to be like one of those like regular teenage drama shows.
Yeah,
that was
we don't really do that.
No, and I was like, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
but
oh
then
my God.
season 2 got hyped and we were like, all right. But then we didn't want to watch season 2 in live time with everybody because we had to catch up on season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
But
now we're stans, clearly.
Yeah.
And we are on the bandwagon.
Yep.
We have
officially entered
the bandwagon.
Yep. Officially boarded. Sorry.
Yes, we have officially boarded the bandwagon.
Choo choo.
Eagerly waiting for season 3. So
with everyone else.
I hope that you guys like this. We want to do more episodes like this, reviews like this of the things that we love. We have a bunch of things that we love in common, whether we love them individually or we introduce them to each other.
Oh, we have to give Euphoria an official rating now if it's a review.
Oh, okay.
I give Euphoria a emotional roller coaster out of 10.
I give Euphoria 10 sparkly tears out of 10. No, it's a great show.
It is.
It's heavy. It's a lot of tough things to watch, but like it's a fantastic show. And Zendaya, all the awards. She should president.
And president of the world.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it and you made it throughout this entire episode,
I'm so sorry.
Full of spoilers.
I'm so sorry.
Go watch it.
Go watch it now. And then rewatch this. So you know what the hell we're talking about.
Because we kind of jumped around, so.
We did. But if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And, So thanks, guys, for tuning
like
in.
us.
Like and subscribe.
And hit the smash, destroy that subscribe button.
Destroy it. Absolutely obliterate it.
Yup.
Find us on Instagram.
And on TikTok.
Stitch and Bitch Podcast.
I write it all down in the description, so find us somewhere and you'll find us.
And tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Listen to it and then watch it. Do both.
And then go watch Euphoria. And then come
back.
Come
back and listen to it and watch it again. Okay, bye!
Bye!